take a break from the normal garages since this one's right down the street, and you got the nightclub over here, so this definitely would be a good one to add into the Ubermacht or BMW garage, but one I've been driving a lot, so I just got it right here in the service bay in the nightclub. We'll head on down the elevator here and see what we got. So for this one, we got the BF garage, all the VWs, and then a couple of random cars thrown in. But we got 2 BF Surfers, and this one's actually a Surfer Custom, which I kind of forgot. We did get a new custom version of the Volkswagen bus. I already had 2 of them here. And then we, of course, have the Bug here, fully slammed. I love this thing. Full-on beach version, fitting right next to the BF Bifta that was in the Beach Bum update. But that thing's just slammed. And the full, insane looking blue paint. Got the surfboard ready to rip. Got the sand, tan, brown interior. Classic plate on there, of course. That thing's just so clean. We got the injection right behind the Weevil right there. Off-road version. Got the sand tires on it. That thing is a must-have too. This thing just slammed. Got the crazy spoiler on there. Like I said, we could fully dive in, pop all the doors, take all these for a drive, but we'd be here for a couple years. Then we got this thing, the BF Club. Crazy, just hatchback. Got the livery on it. Carbon trunk. We got the speakers ready to bump. Look at those cars we've taken out. Sticker bomb. This is one of the craziest builds for sure. Just most wacky and outlandish, but so is this car. So kind of gives it a little flair. And then of course the buggy, the actual dune buggy. Gotta have one of these. Thing's ready to rip through the desert. Take it out to Blaine County, tear it up. And then some random ones. Is this a BF? No, this is an Albany. So Cadillac and a Rolls Royce just randomly. It just happens to be the full-on Ghostbusters. I know I have another version of this, which is not the wagon. It's the regular Albany Brigham. This one, of course, is the full-on Ghostbusters. No idea why it's in this garage. Just this is where it lives. And the Rolls Royce just randomly threw them in there. Some of the garages, there's just actually too many vehicles in one brand, and then other garages, there's not enough to fill a whole garage with one brand. So fun garage, a lot of the beach vibes for sure with this one. All the VW buses, and the only thing that I am missing now that I think about it is the Rat Rod version, which I think you have to take one of these in and convert it, maybe Benny's or the Arena, I forget. I don't think I've ever had the Rat version of the Weevil, but maybe one to do soon. Yeah, let me know what you think. Right on to the next one. Of course, you gotta have the all-American Jeep garage here. Started off with the OG. Got the friggin' Vapid Winky, which that is actually random. I just realized that's actually the Ford brand in game. So maybe some lore there I'm missing, or who knows. But starting it off to kind of the off-road style. We have full-on truck garage and plenty of other off-roads to get into, but a lot of the off-road ones look good with the F1 wheels, so went ahead and threw them on there. Again, with the Beach Bum update, you got the Kalahari, the classic Seminole, original looking Jeep, and then you even got the version from Goonies right here pretty much. The Frontier, that thing's sick. Could do an off-roading one with this. Probably, this is what I thought the one car was, the Helion, but that's actually the Nissan. This one is looking good on the F1s. Got the KC lights up on there. And then regular Mesa. Got the Terminus. Got the Mesa Lifted Edition. Stolen from the Mercenaries. And this one's without the back on it. And some of them have the back part, like those two. This one's got the exposed. Full top off. And then we got the Jeep Gladiator version. Camacho. This thing looks gnarly with the F1s. Also one of my favorite. Got the rear winch and the front rear winch. I just noticed that. Huge light bar on it. Doesn't even fit in the spot. Love it. This thing is random. Free crawler. I had to just get one of those to add to it. It's Jeep Garage, and honestly, I'd never even seen this in the game or owned it. But like a crazy concept, modern version of a Jeep, basically. One I've never seen. And then we got, of course, had to get Trevor's whip in here, the Bodie. Looking good, of course, with the long horns on it. Kept it in red, just like in story mode, but a little bit upgraded with the F1 crazy looking wheels. From the story mode to online, definitely a fun one to have. Yeah, that is all the Jeeps in the Beklzzz garage. And one Vapid, I guess. That is news to me, but definitely old Willie's Jeep. So maybe Ford was making them to start off. I don't know. Some hidden lore there I'll have to look into. Definitely drop a comment. Which one do you like the best out of these right here? Got some solid lineups, and we're only getting started. This one I kind of skipped over, but that one was pretty recently a new version of the Jeep. So new I hadn't even put the F1s on it yet, or the regular one, but this is kind of like street version of the Jeep. This is not full on like actual lifted Jeep right there anyway. Yeah, this one might look kind of good with them, but then we did get those newer updated off-road treads and stuff, so those actually look pretty good. And then cool to have a newer Jeep. I had some crazy upgrades on it at first. I kind of dialed it back a bit. But yeah, just like those new modern Jeeps, you can get the red interiors and stuff. I'm liking it. Some updated taillights. Definitely brought it into the modern era from this right here. So yeah, let me know. On to the next one. So with this garage here being the final garage in the nightclub and in this location, one of the ones that have a very random collection of cars, and it's the first one having kind of a totally random non-themed garage. This car I have never driven yet. Aha, this is the one that's from the trailer. Yeah, it was the Cheetah, the original Growdy. Kind of similar though, but again, like I said, some Ferraris and stuff, they just don't have enough space for them. Got a little extra Lambo over there. It's actually another second one. Then we got the Phoenix, and we got the new G35 FR36. Got the Infernus Classic, and there it is, the original Sultan RS. Of course, I gotta have one of these. Benny's wheels, can do the lowering glitch on that, but this is just kind of the first random totally bunched together version I have. So I have a couple of them like that, but most of them are on theme. I'd say 95% are fully brand themed, but kind of also fun to just have random garages with them all thrown together. Got the Coil Brawler, the Coil Radeon, got the Coil Voltic, so kind of a little theme here. This is also another electric car, so gotta put those together. Hijack Chameleon. What's this one even called? Totally brand new brand. Panade Le Corus. That thing is crazy. Carbon fiber everywhere and has HSWs. I think I've driven it one time since I bought it, but no idea what that's supposed to be. It's just insane car to have, I guess, in here. That's why I just kind of threw them in with all the random ones. And then this one also super fun car, but fully brand new brand, the Fathom. Don't think we have any other brand that's that, so it's kind of why I didn't really know where to place it. So it's just here. When I come here, I could just have quite a wide range of stuff to go grab. So this one has the drift tune, of course, but I think one of the only ones with the drift tune to keep a very stance look to it, still lowered and clean. So yeah, out of these ones, it's probably this one my favorite right here, or the Sultan RS. Doing the lowering glitch, just getting that thing fully dialed. I think the Tesla we might be able to do the lowering glitch too, but there's a few that I forget if we can do them or not. Yeah, that was the last garage here from the nightclub. Let me know what you think. And then of course, gotta have the in this garage. Got the, again, another kind of combined brand, but Bentley and Rolls Royce. Starting off, we got the Cullinan, got the old school, the Stafford, the Jubilee. Gotta have the classic and the big body. Be cool to get a wide body kit for the Cullinan. Then, of course, the elegant and classic old school Rolls Royce big body. Got it next to the Phantom. Again, another one would be cool to get a new updated Phantom, new updated Ghost maybe. Or they do have that Spectre, which is like the only car that makes sense being electric, but if you're taking a V12 out for electric, it's almost even worse. Come on now. But then this one, another one that could stand super clean. So once you lower that thing down, it looks insane, but also it's a Rolls Royce. So I think that one I actually have lifted up just because. Again, the Wraith right here, another one that could stance and look super clean, and the 4-door. This is just the Windsor and the Windsor drop. So both of those could be stanced out and look super clean. This one's just basically the same thing with 2 more doors, and you could drop the top, which is crazy for a 4-door, but pretty sick at the same time. On some Benny's wheels. And then moving to the Bentley style ones. This is actually the newest one we've got. Another car I haven't even made a video on, but I've been driving it and having it for a while. Paragon S, and then I believe, yeah, those are the Paragon as well. Paragon R and the Deity, which this one, don't even have to say much. That thing is already slammed and super clean, just the same style as the Coupe, but also I think kind of better. It's almost like the, shoot, I can't think of it right now. Got the Continental, and then I think it starts with the M, but the 4-door version of the Bentleys. Super clean. And then it would be nice to get a newer Bentayga, but this is kind of the closest thing we have to the Bentayga right here. SUV, of course, the original Cognoscenti 55. 4-door sedan version of the Bentley. And I think we have one other version of it, which is just a non-long wheelbase version. So went for the long wheelbase version. If I'm getting the Bentley, might as well be a limo. But yeah, both of these newer updated versions are super fast. The Deity, while being slammed and looking that good, it's got carbon everywhere, carbon grille, carbon splitter, all over. Even carbon window trim. Sweet looking exhaust and diffuser on these. And this one actually kept it pretty tame. I think there's some other upgrades we for sure could have done to the coupe, but this one's pretty simple looking, especially with that VIP mob boss status version right there. Don't really need it. And then another one with the stock wheels, just rocking. But crazy to see these ones next to each other with the new, brand new version. So this one's got even kind of more crazy upgrades. Paragon S. It's looking good. Deep dish chrome wheels on there, the red accents. I like that one a lot. Super fast car as well. Yeah, it's a quick rundown through the luxurious cars there. Got this in the penthouse, the original apartment that everyone in GTA was rocking. So finally, we're gonna have a house that's actually better than a penthouse. Full-on mansion. Let's go to the next one. Now here we got quite the drastic switch up from the Rolls and Bentleys to the big body trucks. All types of trucks in here. Got the Raptor, got the Saddler, we got some slammed classic trucks, GMC, and we even got Ironhide over here. Full-on monster truck, Super Duty in the corner. Of course, most of them with the F1s just because of how badass it looks. With that extra poke, and it's got the extra tread on it. Works really well for the trucks. So that's why most of the cars are not gonna have F1s anymore, but all the trucks, oh yeah. I mean, that Sand King, sheesh. Sand King, funny enough, was the first vehicle in the whole game I ever saw with F1 swapped onto it, and I was like, okay, how is that happening? How's that possible? How do I do it ASAP? And then that was kind of when my whole F1 thing took over. But we got all types. We got the Bronco, Riata, we got the Sand King XL, got the Guardian or Ironhide, actual Guardian right there, trophy truck, which sounds nasty on startup. Thing rips in the dunes. Gotta fire it up for the one time. What else we got over there? Yeah. Oh, that thing's goated right there. Only a few cars sound like that in the game. Got the Bobcat, one of the rare ones with the tow hook on it, so you actually pull a boat or trailer on there. This thing's got a V10 apparently. Chill out. I like that one. And then we got the two slam vans, the Lost Slam Van and the Slam Van Custom. This one's got the full hydraulic setup. Super clean. another rare feature. Like there's so many just one-off or rare features, but I think this is the one where it's basically got airbags, but it only goes up when you start driving. It's not like a toggleable airbag or hydraulics, but yeah, the Saddler, got the car 4x4, and the Contender as well. So some of these are also the XL version, like this one, Bobcat, and the Sand King. So there are other versions, like a crew cab version you can get, but of course I had to go for the full cab. Extended truck bed, the long bed, it's looking good. Bronco, crazy. It's like almost a modernized Bronco, so actually pretty similar. I think they released this one before the new Broncos even came out, which they tend to do with quite a few cars. They actually release cars way before they even are released in real life, and then they actually happen. So pretty sick. Rare off-road garage, but we do have them. In this particular garage location, or apartment I should say, I haven't been to in a long, like definitely the longest out of any other garage. So for me it's super fun to just go back into them, and I know some of these are rare, so definitely fun to see them all again. And again, finding those contestants for the new mansion garage, which ones we want to take. So let's get it to the next one. And here we have the full-on Lampadati garage. Starting off, we got the Viscerus, the Michelli GT, we got the Pigale, the 4 GT, 5000 Lampadati, big body. We got the Novak, Kamada, ooh, rally, Tropos rally car. This one's insane, based off of the same chassis and engine as the Apollo. Got the Tigon and the Corsetta. That thing is looking good. Lampadati, definitely one of the top brands as well. In my book, the styling as well. I mean, look at this thing. On the Bennies, gotta have the Viscers. One of these pulled up at the very first drag event I hosted. Got the super thick tires, wide body. Of course, got it merged with the Yankton. That thing is super nice. Oh, you can't even see a plate on this one, but has the wheel, so I already know. Do the wide body on there, but more clean and molded version, the one without the bolts on it. I think this one as well has that same exhaust sound. Speaking of exhaust sound, this one's good too. The Michelli GT with the gold wheels. Kind of like almost a rally style with the bumper delete. Got the cage in there. And we got the racing tape over the headlights. But yeah, let me see the startup on this one. Oh, it levitated. Yeah. Ooh, super gnarly V8 grumble. That thing just sounds cammed out. We got this one, the Pagani. Cool looking Euro plate on it. Another rare feature some cars have. That European plate, looking good. The Maserati brand, they definitely crush it. This was one of my top favorite cars, funny enough, for a long time, just based off of the styling. I always was driving this thing around at some point. Another one that could be lowered and it looks 100 times better. And then this one's one of the newer Maseratis we've gotten. This thing looks good. I like the styling on it, the lights, got carbon everywhere, and it's pretty quick. Big body, looking good. Then the SUV, another one that could be lowered with the glitch and actually slams. Super nice. Got the Benny's wheels on it. Looking good right here next to the Alfa Romeo. So that one's more of like the Kamada's more Alfa Romeo to me. For sure, especially that front grille. But they just threw it in with the Maserati. And then another one where you cannot change the interior color. So it just happened to get that. That's usually how it is when the seats aren't changed, but it still goes on the doors and dash, which I think is almost cooler. Keeps it kind of low key and subtle. Got the stacked pipes kind of diagonal. That thing has the exhaust note of the other car with the wide body, the crazy crackle burble tune. So only those two cars have it, this one and that other one. And I believe you can lower this one as well. And just like all the other ones you can lower, fitment's on point. as well as this one can be lowered, but definitely might not want that for a rally car. One of the most beautiful rally cars ever. I think it's basically like a Lancia with the pop-up headlights. Oh, that thing's nice. And of course, gotta have this one. Tigran. Looking good. Got the exhaust straight out the top of the trunk there. E12 just chilling, wrapped in carbon. Again with the crazy suspension back there. That thing is so good looking. I think when you pop the front clam on it, this whole thing like pops up forward, and then this whole thing pops out to the back. It looks like a full-on transformer. And you got the butterfly. Actually, that's the gull wing doors right there. Full carbon tub. Man, manual. What a sick car. Love how they kept it pretty close to the real life version. And I have two of these, the Corsetta. Looking good. Also with the scissor butterfly doors. Carbon everywhere. This thing is fast. Super glad it's not an EV, but you'll see all the EVs that are crazy and cool I just have shoved in some back garage that I've hardly used. Like, they look good, but probably never drive them. Yeah. Again, another one with the stock wheels, because look at those wheels. I mean, for one, it's cool that they're unique to this car, but also full chromed out, just crazy designs that don't have on any other rim. It's not even close to that. Definitely let me know, what is your favorite one out of the Lampadati garage? I don't know even which one mine is if I had to pick. Yeah, with that, we'll get on to the next one. Let's see what we got. This one's right across the street, and I don't even remember what we have in here. More Albany. Okay, so we had a few Albany before, or no? Did we? Yeah, I think we saw a couple of them, but actually I'm not sure. So the full-on Cadillac garage here. And this one is almost like a Lincoln Town car, or also the Ford Taurus, I think it's called, or whichever that Ford, can't even think of it. Shoot. Either way, it's supposed to be like an old Caddy, I guess. Maybe Caddy had a model like that. Got the CTS-V, which we do need a new CT5V. That'd be kind of sick. We already got the new Escalade over there. Then we got the original Cavalcade Escalade. And then they updated it to this version. This one, I think we can get the speakers in the back. Oh, yeah. Got the full system in the back. On the Benny's wheels, of course. Murdered out. Custom body kit. Then we got this one. Bit updated version. And then we finally got the new Caddy. And I do have one of these with the Y body kit. You can see the wheels are already kind of in there, so you already know I threw F1s on it. With the Y body kit, it fits pretty good. Then this version just got murdered out, slammed to the ground. Crazy lights on it, just like the real life version, just basically the whole length of the car. Looking clean, in true Caddy classic fashion. And then another rare lowrider car, but kind of low key. This one, actually, once you open it, it's anything but low key. Got screens everywhere, iPads and speakers. They all glow with neons too once you turn it on. Got all the switches hidden in the trunk, which, again, if we were doing a crazy deep dive, I would show you every car and pull them out, pop the hood, pop the trunks. It's even more cool stuff that we're not even seeing, but pretty sick nonetheless. Got the Emperor here, got the Manana, another lowrider maybe, or no? I don't think this one is, but definitely gives the lowrider vibe. This one is right here, Albany Buccaneer, and then this one, I think the second one after that truck, the Hermes, that has the airbags, but not the toggleable airbags. It's like airbags right when you press the gas, it just raises up, and as soon as you stop, it drops down again. So funny how these features kind of are all over the place, and certain cars get certain things and other ones don't. So it's just crazy how much variation we've got over the years. But then this one has the full-on hydraulics, just like the Primo at the end. That thing's got the hydraulics as well. This one's got the champagne wheels, more like a 2000s era, and then these are back to like the 80s and 90s right here. Definitely a sick one, the Buccaneer. Already a sick muscle car without the hydraulics or lowrider upgrades. So definitely had to get the full Benny's custom version on that one. Nice maroon interior. Sitting on the blades. Yeah. Another garage where it's kind of hard to pick. Honestly, all the garages, it's hard to pick a favorite out of all of them. Especially when it's more all over the place like these ones. You got SUVs, coupes, sedans, lowriders, classics. So definitely let me know what you think of these ones. Keep it on rolling. And this one's gonna be our last apartment garage. Again, looking for those contestants for the new... Oh, I had the wrong fit on there. I was thinking this is the Vapid garage. We're gonna get to that soon. Crazy cars in this one. Wow, I haven't seen these in a minute. That's actually a Grotti. You got the Weenie Issies, Mini Coopers, and then these are basically the Fiats, but they put them in the same brand as Ferrari, which makes sense. Fiat and Ferrari, both same company. And then this one actually has 3 different brands in it, which wouldn't be the first time we had 3, but the Lampadati's over here. And then funny enough, they've made the Evo a Karen. So some people do say this is supposed to be a Subaru maybe, but to me it's just always been the Evo. I mean, look at that front end. And then we can get the armored version of the Kuruma, which I know I've had multiple at some point. But then also this one, the Monstrosity Maibatsu. That thing is sick. Which that should actually be over there, but gets a little tight once you start cramming them all in. So of course you got the Brizio and the Brizio 300 wide body. Classic Fiat, crazy body kit on there. Got the Benny's wheels on it, got the hood popped. Insane build. And then we got the newer version, RA, carbon wide body on it. Insane, similar to the Panto almost, which now I think about it, I don't know if I have a Panto, but looking good. Then we got the Penumbra. This one's regular Penumbra. And then we got Penumbra FF, so just a newer version of the Eclipse, which is funny. I think that's one of the only times it's pretty much the same model that they're trying to make, but they look different. And I'm pretty sure there wasn't different versions of the Eclipse. Maybe I'm wrong there, but yeah, maybe there was. I'm not sure on that one though. Similar car, the Eclipse, but 2 different versions of it basically. So this was one of the original, like, quote unquote tuner cars in the game when we could do the lowering glitch on, and had some pretty good customizations for when it came out. Then we got this one with the tuners update, and it has the airbag so you could toggle it lowered or raised up. And definitely had a fun time when that one came out, made a video on it. Got the Kuruma. This one has the HSW, so for SUV off-road, it's actually very fast. And then we got the Rally Issy Sport. This one's sick. Another one, I think maybe 4 or 5 tops that are like non-off-road cars that have F1s. But again, it was only the ones that you could put a wide body on, and without putting F1s, you had full-on hovercraft fitment. So again, back a little questionable, but the front is pretty much dialed, and I have it lowered too. So if you raise it up, it kind of looks even more clean and not as crazy, but I like that one. Good performance. And then we got the new version. This is the Rally, actually, SC Rally, and as well HSW, so just a new version of the Mini Issy. And this thing is sick. Basically has its own little wide body. Got it murdered out, crazy interior, like full on race car, but kind of low key with it. And looking good for an updated version. So we actually have 3 different versions of Mini Coopers in here. Actually 4. We got the original, almost forgot, with the surfboard on it, and another rare one with the kind of European style bumper. So this is the classic, ready to rip down to the beach, but it actually subtly has carbon fiber everywhere, which is kind of cool for classics. That would be almost like a resto mod, just fully dialed in. Swap a brand new engine in there from the modern era and you're good to go. And then of course just the normal version you could see driving around on the street, drop top. Just some funny cars. This is right alongside the off-road garage. I have not been in this garage in a long time, so fun for me to see them all again. Kind of run through them, so. Still a theme garage for the most part, but then you do have 3 different brands just thrown in, but pretty similar. At least the Fiats and the Mini Coopers for sure. Then, after this, we got the crazy garages, so onto the office garages, and I'm pretty sure I'll go ahead and show you guys we got vehicles up there in the facility. Those are what you'd expect to find vehicles at the facility, and I don't think I've ever showed any of them in any videos, but if you guys know the crazier vehicles in this game, which there are a ton, you could probably imagine which ones are up in there.
Cut the motherfucker back, you.